Hey, how's it going, everyone? As you can see, like everyone else, I just got back from Denver, caught up with a pretty bad flu. But Ricky's Daily Crypto Review is still here. Today is day 12, and we will be reviewing a really interesting platform that I discovered today. It's called Into Cryptoverse, and it's built by Benjamin Cohen, PhD, a doctor in many areas, like quantum physics and stuff like that. The reason why I discovered him actually is through one of my favorite YouTuber, Bonnie. So Bonnie did a lot of cool YouTube interviews with the dopest founders in the Bitcoin space and crypto in general, right? He did one with Michael Saylor. By the way, this is a note I wrote for the podcast that lead me to discover about Benjamin, his work, and the platform that he's building, which has got into the Cryptoverse. So essentially, like I believe a lot of traders like me, right? We've been trading driven a lot by emotions, right? No matter when market pumps, we become a lot greedy. Whenever market drops, we become fear and regret why we didn't sell. And it's just like an endless loop if we didn't learn or use enough tools to help us, right, to train our brain and to help us make better investment decisions. So, what is Into Cryptoverse? By the way, I just bought their subscription. This is like a paid to use platform. There's all these bunch of charts that you can look into where obviously I don't know a lot what they are, but today I will introduce you two charts that I think is pretty useful. The subscription that I'm on is a basic plan, which charge you $49 a month. I believe there's also a pro plan, but I don't think you need that if you are just an investor and want to know what's going on in the market and want to make a better investment strategy based on the market sentiment along with many other metrics. So the first chart that I wanted to share, also the one that I find useful the most, is this chart, Bitcoin historical risk levels. So obviously, Bitcoin is the coin that matters to us the most, right? Because it's the most dominant, also the most prominent. What I learned from Benjamin in his interview with Bonnie is that based on the Bitcoin historical risk chart, normally when you can see, right, obviously from 2017, the first peak, even for 2013, right, the first official bull market, you can see 2017 and 2021, right, the three peak bull market, you can see the risk level is around the 0.9 and almost at 1, right? So obviously, based on this, if you track this chart closely enough, right, you will be able to make a better sell judgment based on, and obviously, right, like nobody can sell at the exact top. So the strategy breaks into what Benjamin shared in the interview. Anywhere from 0.5 to 0.6, he will hold. He won't sell anything because there is a chance where the market will go up and go down. So he don't know. But once it breaks 0.6, that's when he started to buy. Started to sell. Sorry about that. Sell 10%. And once it get to 0.7, he started to sell 20%. And 0.8, 30%, 0.9, 40%. I'm talking about the rest of the Bitcoin that he holds, right? Based on every time after he already sold. And on one, probably, he haven't shared about that yet, but most likely he will be holding very less Bitcoin. And same thing for once the number hit below 0.5, it's a buy, right? And then normally within 0.3 to 0.2, it's a great buy. It's normally the bottom of a cycle. So this is a chart that I actually find really useful. I think there's a lot of different metrics that he take into consideration to build out this chart. And at least for me, myself, I'm going to use this chart very closely to see when to sell and when to buy. And you can see right now, it actually breaks down, almost hit below 0.5. So probably is a good time to buy a little bit. He also shares that, he still believes the interest rate will be cut off, right, by 2020. So there's still like I don't know. Probably the bull run haven't ended yet. There's probably still 20 to 30% that is left. So yeah, still pretty bullish. The other chart that he introduced, I'm also pretty bullish on is the total crypto market cap, the trend line. So basically, this chart gives you a pretty holistic view of how crypto, our industry, right, has evolved and will be evolving into in the future, right? So if you look at this time horizon, right, if you have enough patience, you can see 2026, 2028, Bitcoin will continue to go up, right? And obviously, there's ups and downs about different timing that you should be aping in or aping out. But this is a good chart to see how we are evolving overall as an industry, and the historical risk level and also current risk level is pretty same actually. It's a great chart that you can use to see when is a good time to buy some Bitcoins and when is a good time to sell some Bitcoins. So that is that. Before wrapping up, there's also another thing pops up regarding the altcoins, right? So what Benjamin shared in the interview is normally at the peak bottom, the altcoins will occupy around 25% to 30% of the Bitcoin market cap, right? And on peak, right, on peak of the altcoin season, it will share around 50% of so basically the same as Bitcoin. So this is another tip for you to learn more about or think when is a good time to ape in a lot of altcoins and when is a good time to ape out. So stay patient and stay hungry, my friend. Have fun in this market.